that? No, not really. Well, dadgummit. I gotta put you guys way back there. I wanted you guys to look at the light. So if it starts, see, it's fine now. Do you see the light? It's fine now. But if that sucker starts flickering, you ain't gonna see me both looking like this. Let me think. Let me hang in there. Hang in there. Hold on. Let me move you around a little bit. Just a little bit. That's what Miss Betty was. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry right now. You guys are not long enough. Okay, what? Hey. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's come back here. If something goes down, we'll reevaluate. If it starts flickering, I'm hoping you'll see the flicker. Okay, look, this is normal. Okay, all right. I'm waiting for y'all to turn your phones on. Are you guys out there? Hello? Are you out there? Hello? Hey, Christian. What's up? Wow, is that, what is that? Is that, look at that royal, is that a car hood? A royal blue something, something. TC Bear, I was thinking about you. I've been thinking about you, TC Bear. I'm glad you made it. Yesterday, I was like, where is TC Bear? Haven't been here in the last few lives. Why tonight? Hi, Barbie. Barbie. I like it. Barbie. I need to start taking some notes. So we're going to do this every day? I might as well start taking some notes on you guys. Because, Nikki, where you at? Because today you're a power horse. Come on, Nikki. Paula, let me see here. Paula Cisneros. Hi, hello. Happy Friday night. Friday night. We gonna Friday night. Let's do this Friday night. What you doing on a Friday night? Can I get a show of hands? Please raise your hands. Are you wearing pajamas on a Friday night? Are you already in your PJs Friday night? Raise your hand if you are. Please raise your hand. Let me see a little hand. Hello. I don't know. There's this. Hey, hit that like button. Three likes out of all y'all here already. Now, come on. Y'all know better. Y'all know better. I catch them when they're almost over. Hey, no more of that. No more of that. Make sure that. How do you find out we're actually on? Jean what? Pihl. This is too much, YouTube. I got to be able to read this stuff. And I can't even change the font. Hello, I can't even see your emojis. All it is colors. Just so you know. You might not know because I'm not chatting on your screen. No, you can see everyone else's chat. Man, you guys tell YouTube in that little support system box thing, you tell them, some of us need reading glasses and we don't like to have to, if you need to make sure that the font is different. Yeah, just different font, please. Okay, YouTube, you can do better. Gene Pill, not yet. Not yet. I forgot. Did I ask a question? Not yet. Oh, yep. You're not in your pajamas yet. Not yet. Where you at and where are you writing from? What time is it there? It is 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you don't know what that means, is Texas time. In Texas, if we go straight up, it's like Chicago, Illinois, straight up. Hello, everyone. I'm waiting for Jonathan to chime in. Jonathan out there, he just texted me earlier. We opened his gift together. There has been a lot of gifts actually from Spirit Angel. And I got to say, I opened them and put them where they go. And I've been using them. And she also has let me know she doesn't need that recognition. But I can't help but always think of anyone who's been definitely giving a lot of their time, money, donations, gifts, love, labor of love, And so Spirit Angel, I have your gifts, man. Thank you so much for some of those awesome gifts. I really love it. I really love them. I'm using them. 10:30 in Ontario, Canada. Okay, Barbie. I'm going to call you Barbie. Why don't I do this Ontario, Canada? Maybe I need to be doing it on every live. Okay, so hold on. Let's back up. Let's start over. Let's really start over. So today is June. What? Is it the 22nd already? Because y'all know you're on my device. And this is what it looks like after shower head, okay? So I don't care. I'm just telling you why I didn't do my hair. I'm in my pajamas, all right? Don't be messing with me. I'm in my pajamas. All right. So at nighttime, why don't we do this? I'm not going to go live every night. I have questions from today. Who was there today? Can I get a show of red roses if you were there today, this afternoon, on my live a few hours ago? Hey, Brad. Okay, so we got Brad in the house. And we have, yeah, I was there. Brad was there. Brad gets a star. We're starting this all. Okay, let me go ahead and go all the way back since we're the only ones here. Christian with the with the number 1. TC Bear. This would be cool, huh? If I had more than 55 people, 60 people, this would be hard. This would be hard. I'm making it fun now. Y'all are helping me out. Jean, call out your name, please. Raise your hand. Jean, P-I-H-A-L. Hey, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. TC. Okay, Barbie, got you, girl. And if I don't know you're a boy or a girl, how am I going to know? So don't get mad about little things like that. Don't matter. It doesn't matter. Spirit angel? Yes, ma'am, spirit angel. Oh, we got, okay, that's where the roses started. Red roses means you were there this afternoon. Okay, thank you. High five. Boop, boop. High five. TC Bear. Okay, Jean, only 7:26 p.m. Lucky one. That's a lucky one. Did you hear back from the doctor? No, I told y'all, man. I know the VA. N-O. They ain't calling me on a late Friday afternoon. 20. Do it again. You do it with me. Go. When you ever in a conversation, if you're, oh, here, look at my hair. That's crazy. If you're in the restaurant, you're getting something to eat, even if you're by yourself, because I do that a lot. Have fun with yourself. Get to know yourself. Get to know you. Okay? Get to be your own best friend for a minute. Know yourself so well that no one can change or alter your thoughts. That's hard to do. But let's just say you are listening to someone talk. You're over here in the elevator. You are over here at dinner and you hear someone and they talk about the VA. That's what I want you to do. Just like that. Okay, ready? Go. Give yourself a concussion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that means like, they ain't calling you back. Yeah, I know right now. I am drinking a Zip Fizz, which I am trying to wean myself off of, but I can hear it now. This girl crazy. She's shaking her head like a headbanger. I don't care. If you know me well, you would know that this is a natural state of mind. This is a natural attitude that I have all day long, to where even Boy, a good fan of mine and friend and gamer, would say, where do you get all your energy? Because and I said, yeah, I wake up like this. I wake up with the energy. Now, when I'm down, it's quiet. And so that's okay to be down. I've been really busy doing some stuff and I'm down, So not now, not then, but if so, that's when it's down. You need repair. I'm a Taurus. And the Taurus sign for me is on point. I go hard and then repair, hard and repair. And I don't know what that sounds like, but what I mean is you go through life and you're going at it really fast and doing a lot of stuff all day long and you're beating the street. I mean, like, not like that. Okay, this is too much for me. I just got to quit talking. I don't know where this is going. It don't even sound right. But what I mean is I've been really busy for a long period of time, and then I need to repair, which means that repair, with all these dogs for so long, that repair has come very little to none, not fast enough. So, but you get to see right now, you get to see the transition of how I'm doing. Can't you tell? I can't, man. I know Spirit Angel for one. Most of y'all were there, TC Bear, all that stuff just 9 months ago, was crazy. I was a mess. I was crying and my life was shook, and it was already shook, but it got shook some more. Like, what? So look at me now, right? Look at yourself now. Where are you going? Are you going up or are you going down? Are you going up or are you going down? So anyways, the VA, nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The VA did not call me back, and they likely will not even call me back. And a longtime friend and client who passed away of cancer back when, at least 10, 11 years ago, I should pull a binder out. We did a whole thing with her, and I recognized her and her family and her friends. And man, She was a first sergeant. I have a long story, and I'm pretty sure I told this to some of y'all out there already, but to come to head, you know, she sat in my salon, the one that had the pink windows that I put up like that, and pink butterflies, the one with the stickers that me and David took off as we drove away. That place, she was in that salon when I first moved in, sitting on a pair of stairs that I ended up selling later when I left that unit. That unit, I sold everything, the tub and everything. I had to rebuild the tub and stuff like that. I think, yes, I changed my whole tub system. Remember that one that click on the back? Staying up. All right. Yes. Alice, I loved her so much. What's up with everyone's, Doug, hey Doug. Okay, got a rose there. Okay, Doug, we're writing Doug down. Doug and Spirit Angel, y'all get some stars. Okay, all right, thank you for being here. Yahoo! Shoot, lost my train of thought with all this notes I gotta take now. This is too much for me. But Miss Alice, I don't even know where I'm going with this. Miss Alice, it was about cancer though. I just lost my train of thought. I totally. Oh, okay, hold on. No, I didn't. She is a first sergeant in the military, and I remember she had to go all these places, including Titania. Same thing. Oh, no, Titania didn't have that issue. But Alice, same thing. She had found out she had cancer. She sat in my lobby, was crying about who was going to take care of her dog, and it did not go how she planned. That's why I tell y'all, you better have a plan for your dogs. You think your family's going to take them all? Nope. Nope. Don't think that. I can tell you right now, her plan for, Sophie did not happen. It did not happen. Miss Alice booked. Alice doesn't visit me like that. You know what I'm saying? So Alice, am I starting a psychic thing? Are we going to get a ball here now? And I'm going to be, we're calling Alice into the room. Am I doing that right now? At least can I get a witness? Raise your hand. Y'all witnesses? Yes. You raise your hand. Y'all my witness. Boogie Puppy. We're writing names down now. I hope you're feeling better. I was thinking today, I'm praying for you. Because you got me a little concerned. You just moved in everything. It's overwhelming. It's stressful. You got a lot going on. You're trying to build like all this furniture that you ordered on Amazon because that shit don't even arrive built. You're overexerting yourself. You're in a place that gives you bloody noses full time. So, Pookie Puppy, I'm praying for you, girl. Don't get sick out there and stay sick too long now, okay? Miss Pookie Puppy has gone through a lot. And Pookie Puppy was the name of her beloved dog who passed away. Man, you could tell your story, Pookie, but I hope you feel better and I hope you can stick around. Alice's pets did not do what they were supposed to do, okay? And I came here for a reason. So while I'm talking, I want you to think about a few things. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to finish this Alice story, but I want you to do me a favor. I want you to picture that you just came home. Picture it. Don't envision it. Like picture it, but don't wish it into your world. Just picture it for a minute because you need to be aware. MP, Melissa P. And I want to say that name, was it MP for a long time? Did you happen to recently change it like the last 6 months? Question. So hear me out. You're going to think while I talk. And when I get to that subject, you're going to write. And I'm going to say what you're writing so that people who don't want to read the screen while they can listen to this while they're driving. This is crazy. This is hanging up and even people cannot read what to do because they don't even be reading what to do. But that is a to-do list with check boxes like don't forget to do these things when the dogs were at the salon. So when they would mess up, like starve the dogs, I would look at this and go, what did you get wrong? Because it's written for you. There's check boxes. Whew, Lord Jesus. Who's feeling just a little better? Thanks for your prayers. Amen. I'm talking over here about Johanna, who said she had cancer the other day. John, who's going through his thing. And I literally get off live and I'm like, everyone else too. God, everyone else. Don't think like Pookie Puppy should not. We need to see her thriving. I mean, she got to a new place. It should be fun. She should be like, taking a wheelchair and going everywhere in Vegas, everywhere. You can't do that. Just hire someone to take you everywhere. I want to go look at the globe. Take me over here. This. I'm going to go this. I'm going to go test drive a Porsche, a Lamborghini. You need to. Hello. You need to do this stuff. She ain't doing all that. I'm just messing with her. She ain't doing all that. Anyway, that's what you need to do. Hear me out. We're going to get there. I'm going to tell you the end story about Alice's dog, Sophie, and how that went down. And while I tell you that little bit story, it's a little bit baby one, you're going to envision if today you were told that you have colon cancer, or that you have something that's terminal, or you have something that may look heavy. You may have something that you can survive, and you may have something that you will not survive, and you don't know the answer either. Okay? Today, David Muir was off. David Muir at our time, 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, our 30 minutes of like world news, which I love to watch for some reason. And it's different online live than it is watching it on the TV. That's a boo. I have MS. Barb has MS. Yeah, I want to write that down. MS. Well, thank God you are here with us with MS. You are surviving. You are doing this. So on David Muir World News today, the last story was a firefighter who got cancer. Did y'all see it? Did anybody else run to watch David Muir and find out he was off tonight? Like, what? Friday night, David. Woo! When my David passed away and I started this habit of I wasn't watching that before. I was doing dog duty. So when I moved my salon, closed that location, and I had to move everything home, I was able to catch the world news. That was my favorite news. World news, David Muir. They cover a little bit of everything and something cute and cool at the end. Today, a firefighter, after everything you and I talked about this afternoon around 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, I stopped what I was doing, go watch David Muir, and boom, the last story was a firefighter who survived cancer. He went through radiation, he went through chemo, and he survived. And they did, all these firefighters came out to support him, that his family was there. They did all this, man, because he walked down and walked out of that hospital and all. So I'm going to tell you right now, which is what I needed to come out and also talk about, is the fact that you can kill yourself. You can die yourself. You can deplete yourself until you have nothing to carry you. Okay? And you can make yourself die if you believe you're dying. If you believe you're dying to a point, like I honestly took a shower tonight and envisioned all this stuff. I was like, so I'm sick now. So I'm sick. And I started thinking to myself, so I'm sick. And I'm envisioning not really all myself, but someone telling me that too, because I've been told that by John, right? Telling me that. And then I envisioned Betty, who I lost, and Titania, who I lost, and Alice, who I lost, and then my friend Chuck Bonnet. I lost him a long time ago. I'll tell you a story about him a long time ago. Chuck Bonnet, we're talking about cancer. So Chuck Bonnet, high school friend, he died in his 20s. Real early 20s. We both served the military separate times. We both came back home. I ended up seeing him. It wasn't very long. And he, all of a sudden, boom, one day had just a red shock dot in his eye. And he was working for UPS when he got out of the military and he came home. And his wife didn't want to be with him anymore and they were having a struggle. And I kept trying to keep in touch with the kids. After he died, I tried to keep in touch with her kids. I actually put them on my will to leave almost everything I owned at the time in his kid. I didn't know the wife. I met her one time, and I put my will to leave everything for them at one time. Can you imagine that? Two little kids I didn't even know. I changed it because the mom never kept in touch with me. I was like, how can you leave a whole bunch? You can. How can you leave a whole bunch of stuff for people you don't know? You can. Because here's what I wanted. What she had already found someone else and all this stuff. And I loved Chuck so much. He was such a great friend. It was platonic. But one shock red dot in his eye. He went in for testing. Oh my goodness, I'm seeing someone here. Hello. Woo! MP, guess who we got in the house? How can you? I didn't want Chuck's story to die because she's got a new man. These kids are young. you know, and I wanted to continue to be in touch. And the mom's in charge. You moms out there, you dads, single moms, you guys are in charge, you know, until your kids get a certain age, and then you have no control. I promise you that. You have no control. And some parents that are 50, 60 years old running the life of their 30, 40-year-old, they got their thumb on their son or daughter, you'll learn your lessons later. You can't do that. They'll become something or whatever. Don't do that. Don't do that to your kids. Let them fly. It's going to hurt like hell. You let them fly. Let them go. If you don't let them go and you don't keep them on a leash, I promise you they'll circle around and come back unless they live their life and end it out there. They got to explore, open up their hearts and their minds and see the world. If they want to go, you got to let them go. And I have some friends right now that still live and sleep in the same room as their adult children. I know some people that do that. They sleep and live with their adult children as if their children are still baby children, and those children are not growing. If something happens to that grown adult, it's going to be a bad day for your children. They might just follow along with you because they cannot stand up on their own 2 feet. If you're setting that failure up for your children, you're doing them wrong. So I'll go into, man, this story just goes like this, don't it? I need to write down where I end my stories and go on to the next one. So I make sure to come back and finish the first one. So you guys are going to start thinking about regret. Something that John said this afternoon. While I tell you the story about Chuck, finish that, and tell you the story about Alice's dog, Sophie. So Chuck ended up going in the hospital. So he went and it was like overnight. There was this bright red dot in his eye. It was like striking. It was a bloodshot. And he said, we weren't hanging out every day, but we were hanging out. He was busy and he was trying to see his kids. And he was going through this divorce. It was tough. But I felt so much regret later. I ended up moving out of state. But I do remember this. He got a call to leave work and to go to the hospital right now. So I'm going to tell you right now, if your doctor don't call, I can't believe someone said this afternoon, she had to go to another doctor, and that other doctor, not even her regular doctor she's been seeing for 20 years, was the one that told her what was found on the cancer. So I hope, man, doctors don't have time to watch all this stuff, I don't think. They get home and freaking, I'm sure, exhausted. But you never know. If someone saw today's video that's a doctor, I would say, hey, you need to be sure to share. Nurses, share it with your doctors. Share it. Hey, you guys, if something's going on, tell the person right away. Don't be dragging your feet. Don't be dragging your feet. Don't wait through the weekend. I hate that wait through the weekend crap. Don't you want to know? We want to know. We're paying. If we're not paying, insurance is paying. And it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. Tell somebody they're sick before you go on vacation. Are you seriously? We have to tell. Is this not common sense? Okay. So my friend Chuck got a call. You leave work now. He turned around, parked and went to the ER, like hospital. Boom, go to the hospital. And he was with UPS, so he likely had insurance. So he gets there. They check him in. Yep, he had brain cancer. It was like that. He was in his early 20s. He had, just like me, 17 years old, went in the Air Force, went for 4 years or 5 years and got out. And then I saw him again later on. I re-enlisted in the Air Force. Gosh, I can't even think right now. Reserves. So I finished some more time with the reserves, but active duty myself was 5 years as well. So we saw each other. Boom. We did our tours. We came back, and I got to see him. He found out he had brain cancer. I visited him in the hospital. I said, what do you want? And he said, hot sour soup. And I remember ordering hot sour soup to be delivered to him. I remember doing that. I can't remember why I didn't go get it and bring it back. I just remember doing that. And then I was really busy too. I was actually a bartender and a supervisor at a restaurant. You guys have maybe eaten there, Boston's Gourmet Pizza. And Boston's Gourmet Pizza was awesome. It was based out of Canada. In Canada, woo! Boston's Gourmet Pizza. And I remember just loving the heck out of that place. But I would open it and close it. I would close it down, meaning like I was a supervisor, bartender. I was like the last of the staff. I worked there for a long time. I really loved it. I really loved it. That was coming home after the Air Force, which is why I will always tell you what to do when you're in the Air Force, is that you will have suicidal tendencies. You will be lost until you can find yourself, which will take many years, and you will feel alone. And when you get out, you're going to go back and be a server. after just serving your country. That's stupid. They should have set you up. And someone said someone I know offline said they kind of do help you more than they did before, but I still feel like it's not good enough. Because I look at people who retired and I see it. They're not 100% ready for it. And I hear it. I talk to my friends who retire and I'm like, they do not set you up to have a good, like, it should be a community you can come back into civilian life. Anyways, long story. You guys all may not have served the military, so I might have lost you, but you know what I'm talking about, hopefully. So Chuck ended up, I moved to Denver, and at some point I recognized, like, and then I moved to Texas, and then I was like, at some point I was like, where's Chuck? Like, it didn't dawn on me that I wouldn't see him again. I was young too, in my 20s. I think I was 25, 24, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23. Like 23 years old. Your brain's not even, I'm telling you right now, if you ask me who I am today, I'm not that 23-year-old. I wasn't even thinking right back then. That's why I tell you, like, don't even date. We want to we date because we get that feeling of like, ooh, I'm interested. Like, date, but what I mean maybe is don't get married or don't lock in until you're 30 or 40. And I say that because I can tell you right now, in my 40s, I am golden. This is, I think, better and more precise than I've ever thought before. And I still break stuff. But in your 30s, you know, our brains are still developing. Isn't that crazy? That's why we get 100 years of life. A dog, they get 9 years. Their brains are moving fast. They're developing fast, you know. So Chuck passed away. I just remember looking up and trying to find him, and it was not 2 months after he got diagnosed, he was gone. So I'm going to tell you the last bit of this Sophie story, and then while I'm doing that, I want you to think about things that you would regret if someone said today, you know, you have terminal illness, or you're not going to make it, or not even that, but just you're sick. So I'm saying that because earlier, we read a message from Jonathan about how he said he was not able to sleep last night, which happens when you have cancer, but it also happens when you're stressed out. So we can do this to ourselves, or this or this. I have this or I have that. Listen, every breath you take is a closer to death, period. That's true. Why? Because your body's moving, your body's heartbeat is going, you're running like a machine, right? It's running until the battery runs out. So every day we're running until our organs run out, until we can't see, until we can't fill in the sentence. So we're dying every day, right? You agree? You have to agree. You're not gaining life every day that passes. You're losing it. So if someone said, hey, you're going to pass away, be realistic. As soon as you hear that, don't go, okay, hold on. Oh, yeah, I already knew that. Okay, let's move on to the next thing, okay? So while I'm going to tell you this story and keep talking, you be ready with your regrets. So you have to, I'm going to talk a lot because that's what I do when we talk together. You may not hear me. You may not hear your own thoughts because I'm talking too much. So at some point, I'm going to let there be silence. But I'm going to finish this story. But before I do the story, I'm going to go back here and scan and say hello so I don't lose place. Okay. Joey's in the house. Let's make a note here. Joey, thank you for your orders, your love, and thank you for being in touch and coming and being here. I want to say, Joey was here earlier. Weren't you here this afternoon? If you did, I said, throw a red rose out there. Barbie says, 66 years young. Why would you do that to me? And just killing it. Heck yeah, baby. Heck yeah. Oh, Barbie, 66 years old. I got major notes over here now. This is like investigator. Pookie says, doing what I enjoy, organizing, decorating, nesting, and making this place mine. Wow, she just moved into a new house. She's renting, and thank you for using me as a realtor. So those of you guys who want to trust in a real estate agent, please keep in touch with me about that. Good for you, Pookie. Amen, Spirit Angel. You went through a little bit of that too, I think. Spirit Angel moved from California to Texas, so I'm pretty sure she went through a little bit of that organizing, just making it your place. Lost my son on the 6th. He was 37 from heart disease. Barbie, we are so sorry. So sorry. I can't keep, I decided to be a psychiatrist right now. I think that's what we're doing here. Lost son, 37 on 7 June. Wow. I got to take it in right there. Wow. That's heavy right there, isn't it? Chris Tamulevic. Chris Tamulevic. Chris! Oh my gosh! Chris sometimes sends me YouTube links. By the way, I don't always go watch them, but I do file them away. So if I'm ever bedridden, please make sure someone finds the file called Chris T in my Yahoo email and let me watch all the videos he has ever sent to me. And I am not joking. I have been saving them up because I usually don't have time to watch videos like that. He says, hey, Dede and chat, wishing and praying all the best under these trying circumstances. Chris, I miss you a lot. He has gamed with us, but I haven't seen him in a good 2 years, right? So we are so happy to see you. And you need to, please, let's get you back on Fortnite. Please, please, please. Grown kids now, MP says. Barbie says, thank you. I happy to know what the last words he heard from me was, oh, I love you. I now help raise my grandson. Oh, that would be so fun. Such a sad situation, but raising a grandson would keep you young. No wonder you've got to stay and act young, girl. Keep it up. This is a lot of information about Barbie. Barbie. Yeah, man, you know, man, just good things should happen. But if I could just be on the road visiting all you guys and I had, you know, if I could just do that for a living, what? I think I would, showing up and give you a hug would just make you just appreciate life for the rest of it. Fun is an understatement. Hey, so I love water parks. What I would love to do is meet Barb B. Oh, wait. Ontario, Canada. Why did I write that down? And then I have MS over here. Oh, Mississippi. That's not Mississippi. MS is not Mississippi. It's multiple sclerosis. I gotta, forgive me in advance. Ontario, Canada. Dang. 66 years old. Would you drive over the border and meet me and a bunch of other fans at a water park? Who would you do that with? Anyways, I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah, I have to renew my Xbox subscription. Will do. Hey, do me a favor, Chris T. Don't renew your Xbox subscription. Let me see if I can raise some funds and get you. And I've been promising Sheba, 2 Dogs in Adventure, also a replacement. What am I trying to say? Switch. So let me help you get a Switch. You do not need a, if you can, hey, how about this? You contribute just a little bit to the Switch if you were going to buy the Xbox Pass, which is what? $100? Give me that money towards a Switch and we'll get you a Switch. You will never have to buy that pass again. Ever. So that's a huge investment, Chris T. Don't buy. I will help you, even though I have my own issues with money, meaning I have debt from that salon. I am trying to consolidate and I still don't care that I would help you do that, because guess what? If I am sick and I'm dying, ain't nobody I'm not taking anything with me. So I'll send you a Switch. I'll figure it out. I promise you. And so we can get you and Sheba back online, since over here Sheba. But hear me out. If you have other, hear me out. Some things are more important than other. If you don't want to buy a Switch, but you're doing this. If you don't want to do this, but you're doing that. I don't want to spend my money on that, but I'm spending it on this. Everybody does it in some way, shape, or form. So just be realistic about your funds. Okay, hold on. Let me drink. I hope you guys are getting a list ready. I don't want just one-word answers here in a minute. What would you regret if you were told today you are terminally ill or you have a disease that makes you not able to do anything anymore? Meaning, if you are sick and vomiting all day, you are not going to go to the water park. No one's going to want to see that. No one's going to want to hang out with you. You are not going to feel good enough to go to the water park. You're just not. There's too many people. You'd be holding a bucket vomiting and you just want to be there, but you're not well. You're not going to go. So if you regret some things, and comment below, because some of y'all are going to watch this after the live, comment below. Spend that money, Chris. I'm going to say, hey, if whatever you can donate, put it in the donation, and I'm sending the Switch today. I'm going to do that to you and Sheba. So you guys save a little bit of money. If you can help me, I don't have the money, but I'm going to make it happen. I'll figure it out. If you can make it, if you can do what, if you're going to spend $100 on this Xbox pass that you have to do every, what, year or 2 years, put that money towards this Switch and I will help you buy that Switch and send it to you. Same thing with you, Sheba. If you have money to go do this and you can just do a flat donation towards the Switch, it'll help me get those out in the mail to you. I really would love you guys gaming again. They gamed with us, me and David, for over 5 years. I mean, we are a really huge on being connected in the gaming and loved hanging out, and it really eases your mind. So if you're interested in being on board with that and you have a Switch, contact me. All my information is in my description of the video. It's something we do at night because most groomers are not grooming late at night, you know, except for sometimes I am. But yeah, if you want to get into that, listen, most everybody that we pulled over from my Favorite Groomer to my gaming channel, and my gaming on, like, what I mean is on gaming Fortnite, are above the age of 55. So if you're sitting back thinking, I don't want to do this, that's too, I can't. No, you can if you want to. You need a Switch, and you need a Switch, not a Switch Lite. Why? Because the light can't be casted on your TV. If you can't see really well and you want a big screen, you can't cast it. But the light is great for traveling, but it's like you have to hold it in your hand. I can't hold mine in my hand. I have a desktop where it sits. I use the Switch when I travel so I can cast it because I can't see crap on it. It's too small of a screen and it's too heavy for me to hold. But they have a really good deal at Costco, which I don't get credit for, but they have a really good deal at Costco with that stuff. Hello, Spirit Angel. She might find she needs a game more than anybody, and she might actually love it. But most people that are with us right here are above the age of 55, and I'm almost there anyway, so I'm not even talking about being too old or young. I'm just saying. Okay, let's get back to this a little bit of something. I hope you guys have this list of regrets. As soon as I talking about it and ask you about it, I want you to go, I wish I'd have done this. And I want to know what that is in the comments below or in the live chat now. Okay, I'm scrolling. I saw. Hold on. Chris says, I bought a PlayStation 4 Slim and played with a streamer from Ukraine before being invaded. The technology is bonkers. Oh, gosh, I just understood that. I'm so sorry. Why can't there be a way? You know, it's scary for us. I can't believe we're sitting here while war is happening. Do you guys understand that? We're sitting here while other countries are being bombed. Can I just rescue one person? One female. Can I just grab that one female and put her in my house and then every household do the same? We have enough room here. But the problem that we have is rules, regulations, laws, and insecurity. We don't even know anything about that person. I would say, though, like, how could a woman, anyone can, right? How can a woman that you plucked out of war, this is wrong. I'm so sorry, Ukraine. You know, my heart, we believe in Ukraine. We lift them up. We support them in our social media. If you look around, we support them a lot, the human aspect. I got on a Ukraine site to help the Ukrainians find a U.S. sponsor, like, to help them. And I was writing, and then I just realized this a lot is scam. I can tell. And it's scary scam because you should go through a program. Because I got this girl and her boyfriend, and she wanted this, and then they started talking about how much they love dogs and how much they would come and help me. And you know, if it sounds too good to be true, it may be. So no offense, like, and now I got a woman and her boyfriend, and then they wanted to go do something else when they get here, and I'm thinking, so I'll help you get a foot up, but you're not going to stay here. You're just going to use me real quick and then go figure out something else. And I thought, a girl alone, I might be able to do a girl with a child I could sponsor and care for, right? And I don't mean like I'm wealthy and I'm giving them money. I'm just like, I'm living here. You can have a place to stay. You have to get your part. You have to get your own job, stuff like that. But then if you get a girl, a boy, they're not even married, they have children, they don't have children. This is too much. It's like too much. And then they kept talking in circles about what they could do, and I started thinking, I don't even really know who these people are. And this is scary for me. And so there should be programs, which I think there are, that you have to go sign up for and do all that. But my point is like, why can't we pluck them right out of that situation and war would stop, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? So I'm glad you guys are talking. Let me know. Keep me posted on that. MP and Chris, you guys talk that out a little bit. Julia, we're right. Hello, Julia. We're writing names down, and I didn't see your name come through first, or yet. I mean, Baron. Julia, hey, we're getting to the big subject. Please think about things that you regret, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And be ready. I'll have some questions for you, and you'll need an answer. Please hit that like button. Thank you so much for joining. I live with primary progressive multiple sclerosis. Okay, so we also have Barb B with MS as well. So that's right. I had it right. Multiple sclerosis. Sclerosis. I live with primary progressive multiple sclerosis. Everything has been taken from me, waiting on the Lord to call me home. Julia, thank you for sharing. And I'm glad you know what you're doing. I'm sorry that you have to go through this, but I hope we can give you some comfort along the way. Pookie, I'm going to read that. Please don't, let me see here. I wish I can't take a screenshot, look at it, none of that. My phone's full, can't even do that. Can't remember. I got to read it now. Pookie says, no regrets, been through so much. I have learned to trust in God alone. Whatever, whenever is still according to his will. You got to hit a rock bottom to understand. TC Bear, I used to listen and laugh at you guys. So you don't listen and laugh anymore, or you don't listen anymore, or you don't listen and laugh, or you don't laugh anymore. She said, I used to. You're here now, baby. Enjoy it while you can. So sad to hear that, Julia. I'm stable at the moment. God does answer my prayers. I'm well enough to care part for a 9-year-old. Another note, 9-year-old. I was a moderator. Joey says, I was a moderator for a gamer from New Zealand. I didn't play, just tried to get them to behave. Oh, love it. That had to have been so fun. We've seen that kind of moderation that's needed, huh? My gamer friends. Chris says, Dede, that's a crazy number. I'm 55 going on 56 before the end of the year. Ooh. Chris T. Did I not even write you down here, Chris? Yeah, I didn't even write it down. T. I see Haley there coming up on you. Tamulevic. Russian or German, right? Russian or German? Tamulevic. German. Gonna be 56. Oh my goodness. So can anyone travel? Are y'all incapable of traveling to Texas? Or is that too much to ask for y'all to come do a meet and greet in Texas? Or does it need to be more of a middle of the United States? Y'all, some of y'all here are people I want to meet before. That's something I would regret. Let me see, regret. My regrets. If I was going to be on my last days and I did not get something done. Haley, hey Haley. Haley, did you do red roses? No. Haley was there this afternoon. I said, anybody there this afternoon that's here tonight, please put a red rose out there. I need you the most right now, Dee. My God sister Tina has existed me out of her life and left me out of her wedding. Oh, Haley. Oh, Haley. That is nothing. Don't you worry about that. That is nothing. We could talk about that, going through being left out. I feel like this is turning into PJ prayer, being left out by BFF. I'm scrolling up. Yep, got to go back and rewrite that. It disappears off the screen fast. There should be a better way, like my iPad. I got to get that baby back out. I don't have internet anyway. That's my problem. That's why we're here. I need you the most right now, Dee. My god sister Tina has, okay, my god sister, man, don't go there. God sister, Lord Jesus, help with that. There's a reason, and it's not your fault. Do you hear me? There's a reason, and it's not your fault. Donation, please. I seen these TikToks. This lady's telling you the future. It's not you. Don't do it. You ain't sick. Don't do that. Dollar, 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 dollar. Make you holla, right? I was like, man, what? Hey, raise your hand if you have seen what I'm talking about. You scrolling. When I do uploads, it just automatically goes to someone's video, which I hate, by the way. They make you watch the content because it's there. As soon as it's like, oh, you watched it. I was loading something and it flipped over to that. Dollar, 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 donate, dollar, 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 right? I'll tell you future. Okay, dollar, dollar. Okay. And I'm Asian. I get to talk like that. I grew up talking like that. Listen to my mom talk like that. So it's funny to me. I love Asian folk. I need you the most right now, D. My god sister Tina has existed me out of her life. That's a weird pick of words. And left me out of her wedding. Let it go, girl. Let it go. Get your own wedding. Get your own man to have a wedding, or woman. Whatever, which way you swing, I ain't judging. It's on you. That's your walk with life. Have your own wedding. Is it? Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Donate, and we'll talk more about it. Donate, donate. I say that, man. I'm just messing. Y'all are talking. Chris T said she fled to Poland. Oh, snap. Good for her. You didn't tell me she was a girl. Ooh, we jealous now. The crazy thing with the technology of PS system, you could kind of lurk and feel the action of the player playing if you have vibration on your controller. We have vibration on the controller, bro, in Fortnite. Lithuanian. Can we go to Buckeyes? Buc-ee's. Let me tell you, girl. I say that, Joey. I think Joey is a... Forgive me, Joey. Don't get mad at me. Some people use an AKA, and I think Joey is a woman using her husband's... I can't... Dadgummit. Don't be mad at me, Joey. But let me know so I can write it down. Okay. But Joey, Buc-ee's, Buccees. And I'll be honest with you. If you're looking for a job in any state, come to Texas and work at a Buc-ee's. They just opened up the biggest Buc-ee's they've ever had. I think they opened it up. Where was it? It was just on the news the other day with David Muir, near Houston. It's huge. It's huge. Anyways, they opened up the biggest Buc-ee's they've ever built. We got it. Yes, let's go meet at Buc-ee's. Can we go to Buc-ee's or meet there? Man, I don't know, but would you drive down here to go to Buc-ee's? Let's see here. Dano Picola, hello. Dana Picola. PC Picola. Dana Picola. Dana Picola. I can't believe y'all are hanging out with me. Buc-ee's. No, it's Bucc. Buccees. MP sent some... What are those flowers? How small are them flowers, girl? Are those flowers? What is that? I don't even know what to say about that. Paula Cisneros. Let's make sure we got you written down here, which I don't. Hello, Paula. Paula Cisneros. Oh, yes. Red roses. There you go. Haley says something here. One more thing. I would have rather been lied to than told the truth. I had a disability. That's what I regret the most in life. I had a disability. That's what I regret the most in life. You regret your disability, or I'm confused. One more thing. I would have rather been lied to than told the truth. Period? Or like been told the truth about you see how you guys got to, fix that for me so I can understand what you mean, please. Chris T says, Liska Kalida means Merry Christmas in Lithuanian. Okay, he's really teaching us some stuff right now. Sorry, guys, I'm fading fast. Good night. Got to go for now. God bless. Good night. Good night. Okay, now let's go into Alice's story, and then we're going to wrap that up with Sophie, and I'll tell you what happened, just a little bit about how Sophie did not go where she needed to go. She did not even look how she needed to look. What do I mean by that? when Alice, and then when I get done, I'm going to say, what are your regrets? And then I'm going to let you go because we're at 49 minutes and I'm going to go enjoy my dogs for the rest of the night. So hear me out. You ready for this? Alice was sitting in my salon. She found out she had cancer with the VA doctors. And it was a mess. She was here and there and driving over there and driving over there. And finally something happened where she said, I finally got off of the VA. Like the VA sent her, which is I think what a community care is called. If you're a veteran, that you might want to know what that means. Just tell them, I would like to see a community care person. That means a doctor in this community care program that's closer to you. Not maybe 3 hours from the VA or an hour from the VA for you to go to. Okay. VACC. I'm not really sure what that means right now. Good night, Bart. That VACC. Virginia credit card. I don't know what I mean. VACC. VACC. Okay, vaccinations. I don't know. Anyway, so Alice is sitting in my office, my salon, on a pair of stairs. VA community care. You cute. You cute. Thank you for clearing that up. And she's telling me, finally, that she's sick. And she doesn't really say it out like that. It was every which way but that. She didn't own how much it had gone through all of her body and her lungs. She didn't say, I don't remember her saying, I have cancer. I remember her saying, they found what seems to be like cancer, and she's coughing a lot. She's a heavy smoker. She lived her best life every night. She went through a horrible divorce. The husband's not there. Husband kept the house, and she was renting. If they had children, which she did, she had a son. I don't know if that was the dad, the guy that she divorced, or if it was, I don't know. But the son was married, an older guy, younger than me, but not a kid, right? And I have to say that because things happened with that situation in her death. And I may say the story about that or not, but this is really about Sophie. And I think I've talked about this a little bit, but sometimes everyone isn't always there and some people don't go back and listen to everything. So we're telling you again. She's crying. She breaks down sitting on these pair of stairs. And again, just like Betty, she was thin. She was thin and fragile. She was a first sergeant. If you know anything about the military, that's the middle person. It's first sergeant, chief, and then a senior master sergeant of that squadron of like 100 people or 50 people or 80, whatever, 150 people, whatever. It has to be quite a bit of people. So of the squadron, she's the first sergeant. When something goes down and you're a sergeant, not an officer, you're a sergeant, you go in and talk to your first sergeant and to try to deal with it. If we can't deal with it, she makes her and the chief master sergeant, the chief, the chief is over a lot of like the mechanics and stuff like that. And your first sergeant is in the office, but they work together as a team to be like, what's really important to be communicated between the officers in charge and the people below, chief master sergeant and first sergeant. So first sergeant is like your people person. Like I'm still really close to my first sergeant from a base I was stationed in Germany, a 53rd Fighter Squadron, which has been closed down. Look it up, 53rd Fighter Squadron. It's like a tiger. Isn't that? Oh my goodness. Tiger. It's like a tiger. They closed it down. So, and move bases and stuff like that, consolidate airplanes. That's where I worked in Germany. And I'm getting off track. Don't let me get off track. Tell me, did you stay on track? So Alice was a first sergeant. So all the people would go talk to the first sergeant. My mind was Sergeant Martin. Sergeant Martin, this is happening, Sergeant. And I worked in that office supporting Sergeant Martin anyway. So she was already someone I saw every day. But if you saw the first sergeant every day in the military, that's not really a great thing. That's kind of like you might be getting in trouble because she's going to communicate with all these little guys, little and big meaning not good or bad, but officer versus enlisted. So Alice was a first sergeant, so she knew lots of people in the military all over the world. And hear me out, that will come back later if I tell you the full story. That's important. So little Alice, is sitting in my lobby. I've been grooming all her dogs till they pass away. In the sense of not like something bad happened, but because they got old. So I've been a part of her world. When she met me, I was her groomer till she died. And at that moment, she was telling me she was ill, and it wasn't bad. Little did I know it was everywhere. And how do I know? Because in weeks, like a month, she was already in a living facility that let her to have her dogs. It was like an apartment, and they would come. It was like not 24-hour care, but something like it was a little bit. They drop off breakfast or they drop off lunch every day, so that someone checks you every day, like you're not dead, you're alive. If someone needs to carry you something, but it was really expensive. I heard it was really expensive because I'm a real estate agent, right? And so at this point, what is happening with her home? And her son came in, and her son was not around for so many years. And then when he finally did come back around, he did a bunch of things that she shared with me. She shared with me that the dogs that he brought were Great Danes and huge and bad. They ruined her backyard. She was like one of those people that had a party every night or a party every holiday. And not like drunk party, but just she would drink, she would enjoy herself, and that's what she did. That's what first sergeants do. They know everybody. They have to go to this local joint, the VFW. You know, she had a local bar in her little town. Remember, she was renting a house now. She didn't buy after she got that divorce. She was renting a house. And when you are 60-something years old and you have to start over, it ain't easy, but you didn't know she had a problem. Eventually, she bought a house. Being a veteran, it's easy, you know. So she has this house, and eventually she helps her son. Who wouldn't? No matter what cause, she did. Her son moved in with his wife, and I don't know if they had one child, wife, and dogs. Yes, she was a proud grandmother. But she voiced to me, and this is the last couple years of her life, which paints the picture of what happened. And I'm going to tell you why it's important to have your ducks in a row, no matter if you think they know about your wishes. So I knew she wanted to be buried with her two dogs, Rusty and Rusty. Well, she only had one because that's another story. The first time one of her dogs died, between Rusty and Randy, I think Randy died first. Two Pekinese that I groomed till they passed away. She was so in shock. She didn't know what to do. And I told her, she went in there. I was walking through JCPenney, and we were on the phone, and she was already driving out. She already left the veterinarian, and she left Rusty back, Randy or Rusty, one of them. She left him not alive anymore with them. She didn't take ownership. She didn't get him cremated. She didn't do all this. And I was on the phone. I said, turn around. But it was like too much. She couldn't think right. And I said, how would they talk you into not doing anything? She did not get him back. And she regretted that till the day she died. So I knew that she wanted to be buried with her other dog that got cremated when he died. She did it right. Well, I say right, but do whatever you want. But she just wasn't in shock, not knowing what to do, how to do it, how to handle it. It was so devastating, you know. She did get him back. So Alice is in my office telling me all these problems. She goes into this living care, you know, all this is happening. And at the end of the day, when she sat there in my salon, she set up all the grooms for Sophie. And she also said, she was crying. She said, who's going to take, the one thing she was worried about was Sophie. This is her new Pekingese. She got her from like down south a couple hours. She went and picked her up. I remember that day. We talked through how to help her not vomit in the car, which putting a pet bed in the car made her dog stop vomiting on the drive to the groomer. And I think it said it, all the vomiting and stuff, scary stuff, and being rescued was that long drive. I groomed Sophie until Alice passed away. She had set up all her appointments on a regular. She had left money for Sophie to be groomed every month and a half. We set up all her appointments. She was there crying when she was alive about who would take care of her dog. Not that I wasn't upset that I didn't get her. I just knew that it wasn't how she wanted it. And so I'm not in charge, and I'm not going to go. I realized when I tried to list her house for free, and I got angry at another lady that was good friends with Alice who listed it for a fee. I would have done it for free. I got mad because Alice had a lot to, like, she had debt to pay off, her pay house. You know, I wanted Alice to get all that money. And also the sale of the house would have helped afford that living facility she was at was nearly $4,000 a month. And I don't know how they paid for it, you know, like if it was assistance and whatever. And then we wouldn't have been able, I would not have seen Alice if I didn't go out of my way and be forceful about seeing her. And when I got to finally get in there and see her, her son overshadowed and did not want to share anything. And her son wasn't around all those years I knew Alice, so I was very offended, and I didn't let it. I went on Alice's Facebook page and I posted, Alice is dying. She's in the hospital. The son won't let us go see her. Like, he was like, everyone that wants to come see her needs to go through me. Like, text me first before you go. Oh, no. I finally reached out to some of her military friends and said, let's go together. And we did. And we didn't tell the son. And when the son showed up, we had already hung out with her for about an hour and a half, and he just kind of shooed us out of there. She died the next day. There's a whole long story there. I don't want to go and get into it, but her eyes were closed, and I got her to dance. That's Dede, hyper crazy Dede. And that's Miss Alice, who partied every night at her local little bar and had a blast doing it, smoked every cigarette she wanted to. And nothing can change what you love to do. She smoked until I gave her a cigarette to smell, was probably her last cigarette. And I got her to say yes while she was under all of that medicine. It's so heavy. You're laying there, you're listening, your eyes are closed, you're still able to hear. You can't talk. I got her to say, uh-huh. And you know what she wanted? She wanted to smell a cigarette. I said, you want a cigarette right now? Uh-huh. I put that cigarette under her nose, and she was smiling. Now, listen, I can't control what makes you happy, but I can help you when you can't speak for yourself, you know. Sophie went on to go to the son's house. I don't know what they ended up doing. They sold her house later. I'm a real estate agent. I can look at that kind of stuff. They did sell her house. I would have done it for free. I was angry that Alice was dying. I would have done it for free for her, so she could have all the money, except for what my broker requires me to pay him, you know. I was angry at the other realtor who was a friend. I was like, what kind of friend is that? It's all about money, ain't it? You know? And if it would be one thing if we were buying a house and, you know, that, or like, it would be one thing if it was from the other person's pocket. But if I'm trying to sell and save you money, I would say, I'm not going to charge you to list your house. No. It hurt me, but I can't control it. Alice wanted to use that friend. And she was in the hospital incognizant at that point, like just not, you know what I mean? Just not. I would do that for you. Like, yes, that's me. People that know me know that that is really a real statement. I'm not just joking. But the son and the daughter-in-law and the son took care of Sophie. They did not keep her appointments past the second time I groomed her. After they canceled all the appointments, maybe 6 months later, I saw Sophie. She came in, and she was so thin. I didn't know how she was even surviving. And at that time, I was really, really trying to move to Hawaii. My mom and dad wanted me to move to Hawaii so we could all just live there, not in Texas. And they bought I helped them buy a condo, and then eventually they ended up trading that up for a house. And I could always hear my mom saying, I'm doing this. I want you to come over and stop working so hard. That would be something my mom would tell me. There's a long story behind that. So eventually I was like, I cannot live with my parents. I can't. I cannot live with my parents. And if you're not like me, but younger than your parents like me, and you can decide for yourself at some point that answer for yourself. If you're young and you're listening to this, sometimes you have to decide. You need to understand that you need to learn. And what I needed to learn was I cannot control everything. I can control myself. I can't control how you treat me. I can't control how you get mad at me. I can't control none of that. That person needs to control that. I need to control this. And if I can control this, I can live with myself. Then I'll be healthy enough to deal with that. My friend, my family, whatever. If I'm not controlling myself, if I yell and buck back at you, question you, argue at you, upset at you, blah, 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 right? You cannot live with your family if that's what happens when you're in the same room. You can hang out. You can go eat dinner together. Maybe not even every day. But there's going to be limitations to you, like there are limitations to me. And it's up to you to figure out what those are. No one can tell you what they are. You need to learn it. And you need to control yourself. And I need to control myself. So we are healthy beings to have an impact to other people or be a part of other people's lives or hang out with your parents. And so my family would consistently tell me, we did this for you. I'm looking at my mom's picture right now. She's looking right back at me. We did this for you. I got this house for you. I want you to be able to stop working so hard. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. And in my mind, I was like, every time I chanced trying to hang out in the same building for overnight stays, it would never work out. It was so toxic. So I never took advantage and went and said, okay, I'm really going. But at this time of my life, when Sophie's step parents now came in for grooming and Sophie was dying, I was trying to go get my dogs all vaccinated and move to Hawaii. I was trying to do that before I got other dogs, before I met David. And so when all this went down, Sophie was on my table and all I said was to her, I said, okay, hear me out. I'm getting mixy because it's been a long time. I saw Sophie in death mode and I said, can I take her? And at this time, I actually wasn't trying to move to Hawaii. It was, hold on, I remember now. I said, can I take her? So, like, no offense, but Alice put me in her will. This is the thing. It's like, how did the will not come about? Just saying. Alice sat down crying in my salon and left everything with the dog regarding me and I didn't even ask for money at that point. Nowadays, if you say you're going to leave your pet with me, I know the finances that come with that. And in order to make sure it's really done right, you should contribute. You should leave something behind for your animals. If you're going to give your animals to somebody, there's a lot of cost in that. And if that person can't afford it, then be okay that they won't do anything, but let them keep say, if you can't control all this, do all these things for my dog with the money I'm leaving, or have an estate for your dog, which is true. I'd have to submit a receipt and then I should get a paycheck for babysitting your dog till I die. You know what I'm saying? And it's not wrong. It's just kind, and it's a kind gesture. Leave a estate for your dog, because I promise you, as a real estate agent, I've seen it way too many times where a dog's left in the house. They abandoned the dog, didn't tell anyone. The dog dies because they didn't tell anyone. They let the dog loose because they didn't tell anyone. They don't have someone to care for their dog. The dog just goes to the shelter. There are so many cases I can tell you about right now. I don't need anyone to give me examples. I'm going to give them all to you. I know of them. I'm telling you to get ready. So Alice's family is standing there and I say, give me the dog. Give me Sophie so I can take care of her. She is too thin. Whatever you're doing, it's not good enough. I've never seen her this thin. And this dog has also gone through a huge loss, transition, moved out of that house. Y'all sold it, took the money from it. The dog is starving and dying. She's in a house with a Great Dane and another dog towering over her. And I know what that's like with my dogs. And I said, I'm seeing you die. Do I let you go or I do something? If I see you starving, feed more. I don't care how that looks. If I'm seeing the bones on your body and you're not eating, sit down and feed the dog. Get the dog or human to eat anything if you're seeing bones. Anything. Maybe not overeating, but eating way more through the day than usual throughout the day for a long period of time, not just like a spurt of like overeating. Slowly, like boom, feed a lot every day so the dog can have bowel movements and all that. You don't have diarrhea or whatever, but don't starve and let the dog starve itself. Hello, food for thought, what we're trying to talk about tonight with you guys, with John. Your body wants to die. It's giving up. And your brain is like, my body doesn't want to eat. But your brain is smart enough to know that you need to eat. You need to eat, right? The dog can't make you give me food. So Sophie's over here starving. That killed me. She wouldn't give me the dog at that time. 6 to 9 months later is when I was trying to work my way into Hawaii. It didn't pan out. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Moving everything. I can't imagine. Look at Pookie Puppy moving everything, leaving dogs behind. And I'm trying to go there. And I'm running businesses. And this time I was full-fledged fine with my favorite groomer, like huge, right? And I didn't need to move, but I was trying to make it happen. if it did happen, would my parents be here when my mom died, or would my parents be there if my mom died? We'll never know. But I couldn't take Sophie at that time. And how is it almost a year later you're finally ready to let go? And I feel regret. I should have just said, I'll come get her. I just hate it when people wait to the last minute, wait till it's really late in the game to finally understand that they should have made a different decision beforehand. Why? I knew Sophie so well for years and years, and they had just come into her life maybe a year. They had towering dogs. I had, at that time, no towering dogs. I had 2 Shih Tzus and maybe a Chihuahua. I had small dogs. She would have just run the household, honestly. She's a Pekingese. She was powerful girl, female. I don't think she's with us anymore. I don't feel her. I used to feel her. Miss Sophie, I used to feel her, and I asked for her forgiveness a lot. But my point is that you don't know what's going to happen even if you leave a will. You can try. Thank you. It's not my fault. It's heavy-hearted, but it is a regret of mine. Next time that happens, I'll do my best to just go pick up the dog. If it's a client of mine like Alice. I know Alice knows that I did the best I could, and that she knows now what her family did in her death. Cut off all the friends, didn't want us to know what they did to her, what they did. She can see that now. You know what I mean? Because they're still alive. So going on to the last thing we're going to say is, tell me what you would regret. Because there has to be some regret. Regret meaning, I really wish I took that jump off that cliff into the water, 10 foot, 6 foot. It looks fun. I was scared. There are some regrets. There's a couple, like I do so many things by myself, and there's this anxiety when you go to do something. It's kind of like, I went to Guam with some friend. Like I visited Guam and I met this groomer. The groomer let me, an older lady that had carpal tunnel, really bad arthritis like this, and she still wanted to learn to groom. And I did some classes with her, prior military. And she went to go to the Philippines to dive in the ocean every year. And she was at that time, this is at least 10 years ago, you know, she was, God, I have stories for everything. So she took me to this place in Guam to jump off this thing. And I watched her granddaughter jump all day. And then I jumped once finally, an hour before we left. And then I jumped again, and then again, and I regretted not jumping the whole time. And I almost did that when I went to Hawaii recently to do my mom's ashes. There's this really fantastic new water park. It's a weird thing, but I put it on my Snapchat. It's like this big round thing. You jump around on it. You can hurt yourself too because you're slipping and sliding. It's on this, not the ocean. The ocean's right there, but they filled up this thing, and you run around. And I wanted to jump on the highest point. I got up there, looked down. It was scary AS, like F. It was like so scary. And I was like, but it's like right there. Everyone else is jumping. And I'm like, I can't do it. I came down. And I can't say I'll do it like jump next time. I decided, my dad was there. It's going to be one of our last times doing this kind of stuff because my dad is getting super fragile. He could fall down and break his hip now. Like, he is fragile. Remember, we lose weight when we're getting that point. He's 71. So he's sitting there watching, you know. And so I'm nervous. I came down the stairs. It's like a rubber thing. It's like a bounce house on an ocean, a man-made created ocean. It's huge. This is in Hawaii, Oahu. And I want to know your regrets right now. Share in the live chat. That's what they're doing right now, sharing the live chat and write in the comments what you regret. And I'm giving you another example of a regret, something simple. And I went ahead and I went over there. I'm like, I love jumping in. So I'm jumping in and getting out and jumping in, getting out. And I'm like, I'm scared to go all the way to the top and jump. So I went a stair, jump. And I did that for a good 10 minutes. I was having so much fun. Then I would go second stairs, jump. second, third, fourth stairs, jump. And then I had to go, I just had to go. Finally, it took me about 40 minutes of having so much fun on the first stair jump, the second stair jump, the third stair jump. I had to build my way up to the top, and I think I went off the top just twice. But I would do the next step down, which is not far from the top. I would do that next stair down 10 to 15 times. Go up there, jump off, go up there, jump off, right? Would I have regretted it if I didn't do? I sat there just sitting there, just, this is what I love. I love jumping in the water. So why can't I do it? I'm scared. Like, it's high, and it's actually not that high, but looking down, it's so high, and it's water. I love this. I would have really regretted not doing that. Two-headed minded. Two-headed. We're writing down names, and hello. You got to go back to the beginning later and watch it all, because you're getting it to the end. We're almost done here. Okay, I got to look at what some of y'all are saying. Okay. I would rather have been, okay, I got that, Haley. I'll keep going. Can you play Fortnite on the PS4? Do you need a pass? Was Air Force. And yep, thank you for your service, Dano. Hospice care. It was not hospice because she's still walking around. It was like this specific, senior living facility with extra care, making it a little bit more expensive. PS4 games I have is Fortnite, H1Z1, PS4, to say, amongst a few more. But that's not the question she had, Chris T. Do you have to pay to play on the PS4? Because you said Xbox earlier. VA would have taken care of part of it, not all of it, would have questioned the son if was a monthly check. Amen. Yep. Hear you, kiddo. Thank you so much for understanding. I regret. TC Bear, let's go into these regrets, and we're going to wrap it up. I've named 2 regrets as we've been talking. You can look back at them and listen to them. This is a video you can listen to, not just watch. If you're just getting here later, you can just go lay there and listen to the chit chat. I regret that because I repeat a lot of people what they say on the live chat, so you don't have to read it all. TC Bear says, I regret that I don't spend time with my husband since being diagnosed with fibromyalgia. TC Bear has fibromyalgia. TC Bear. Wow, I'm so sorry. Has let me see how you spell that. Fibromyalgia. Listen to what you just said. Man, fibromyalgia. You hear me? Fibromyalgia. That's what I'm talking about. He works hard. Okay, I regret it. He works hard, and I shouldn't be selfish. Well, you're alive right now. Change it. Start tomorrow. Start right now. As soon as we get off the live, go snuggle, kiss, and love. And if you want kisses on your forehead as much as I do, please get them all right now. Go get them. Why do we get old and stop making out? I don't know. Don't do that. Don't do it. It's your choice. It's your choice. Why ain't you doing? You got a husband? Man, you better give him a kiss. Haley says, I have a lot of regrets and big feelings about stuff. I'm learning how to process them so I can move on. Sometimes you need help with moving on, and you have to find that with yourself, and you have to know yourself, and it's hard battle. You are going to fight with your brain. You are going to fight within yourself. But you can do this. You got this. But you need to let some stuff go. And you can, hear me out. Go outside with your backpack on and start filling it with dirt. Okay? And then every time you scoop a dirt or a rock or something in your backpack that makes it heavy, say what it is. And I'm just going to give some examples. I was abused. Someone hurt me. She let me down. That person's not there for me. My dad died at an early age. All this shit, that is heavy to you. Put it all in there. Put it all in that backpack. And you have to sometimes physically do something like this. Put the backpack on and see how heavy it is. And when you feel how heavy it is, I want you to take it off and either scoop it out. I'm not taking that anymore. I can't hold this anymore. This is too heavy. I don't want to do this anymore. You let it scoop it all out. Physically, sometimes you need to do these physical silly actions so that when you put that backpack on and it's empty, then you can feel that you got approval and permission to let some stuff go. Your backpack's going to be dirty. Rinse it out. Okay? Who cares? Throw the backpack away. Donate it to the next homeless man. He'll put good use into it. Okay? But do these physical things if you can't understand how to let go of something. Because unless you feel it being that heavy, do you understand how really heavy it is in your mind? And things like heaviness, things that you don't talk about, Things that, like, I talk a lot. I let it out. Why are you talking to me like that? Don't look at me like that. I'm tired of that. I'm done. I'm over. It's over. Where I'm out. Why you? I went up to a guy the other day. I said, hey, if he doesn't want to give you a refund and you really need all this money, take it to another store, the same store, somewhere else, and maybe someone else will actually help you. I speak, and a lot of people cannot speak. They'll walk by and look at something and not say, hey, do you need help? Speak. Use your voice. If you don't and you keep it in, that has been proven to be, if it's negative and hate, pain or hurt, it will cause cancer in you. Speak it out. Pour it out. When you put that dirt in your backpack, you're going to say, been raped, been molested, been through this, been through that. Put all that dirt in there, put that backpack on and say, this is the weight I carry, and I choose now to let it go. Pour it out. So this is a whole nother topic. We can talk more about it. Donate if you feel like this has helped you, because why? This is my time and I'm here to be with you, but time is money and money is time, and time and money pay bills. So I only got a couple regrets. I think everyone else fell asleep. I think y'all fell asleep. I needed this right now. Thank you. TC Bear, you're so welcome. God bless you. Take it where you can. Xbox, I believe, needs a subscription. PS4 may not need one. Try your PS4. If you can't Google it, you know how to do the Google. I think you're into IT or whatever. Chris, Google PS4 play Fortnite. Go download the newest version. See if you can you play Fortnite for free. Let me know, please, on an email or text message. And that way I know, do I need to send you a Switch, or can we you got these devices, get them to work. Sell your Xbox. Okay, sell your Xbox. Use all that money for a Switch. Yeah, baby. Thank you for this. You're so welcome. I know you just got here, unless you just been quiet, two-headed minded. Okay, again, last thing. Anybody else want to share their regrets? John said to me earlier today in his message, do you see it started blinking. Thank you, Dano. Whoop. Had to search Waimea Bay Rock jump. No, that's not it. That's another one. I did not jump that one. I did a video showing David jumping that one. I did a video showing David jumping that one, I believe. Check it out. What do you regret if you were told that tomorrow you will be like riding this cancer storm? You're on this cancer storm. It's new. I just aired it. It's a big water park on this man-made lake in Oahu, in Eva Beach. It's in Eva Beach. Go check it out. If you go, put it on your to-do list. You must do this. You must go there and book online, or go there and book face-to-face, because you can show up in the morning, but they only let so many people in every day. If you don't make the list, you will not go. But he said it's usually pretty open. Go there, go there and check it out. It was so fun. I have videos I will share soon. Oahu. That's Hawaii. Oahu. That's right. That's true. Hawaii. Oahu Island, though. The big water park. Is that what it's called? They have the glider for the surf machine and all that. They got that over here on the right. You got to pay. You can pay for lessons. Oh gosh, it's pretty radical, man. It is pretty radical. Yep, you can save for a flight, I'm all the way in Chicago. Hey, Chicago, we got to write that down. Chicago, She-Town. All right, I'm wrapping it up. You guys have a great night. You have a great night. Thanks for being here. I needed to come out and talk to y'all after today and thinking, what would I regret? Not taking that time to do that extra stuff right then. Not taking the time to say sorry for things I did. Not spending more time with you. Not acknowledging things. Thank you, Dano, for putting that out there. That's a plug for Wet and Wild Hawaii. That's what it is. Go check it out. If you don't want to go, you can't go, at least go look at the video, or I don't even know if they have a video. I'll do a video, but go check out their website. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. You got to support things that are pretty cool, or they go away. They really do. I told a client yesterday that's not been using me because $100 was too much to do an aggressive dog, mobile at your house. And I gave her some other ideas of how much it could be. And no offense. Hey, we were waiting for you. I'm about to say goodnight. You're going to have to watch this whole thing by yourself. So this client, y'all know her too. I groomed her dog every month, and $100 something was too much. She texted me finally yesterday and said, "Hey Dede, I wanted you to know I hadn't gotten back to you because it was a lot to process." I gave her options. I would come to her house and go inside. I would bring a trailer. I would do this. I would do that. I would come for 30 minutes. I would come for, all these prices that I didn't do for anyone else. And no offense, she said she's doing it herself. It doesn't look all that great, blah, 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 blah. And I said, that's great and everything, but I'll just say this. When clients don't come back, if you don't support the help, she said, thank you for all the help you have done, teaching us, showing us stuff. If you don't support little baby businesses like me, not just me, but me and little baby businesses, we'd go away. I was just telling a good military friend today, I was like, telling him Hawaii. When my sister and I did her celebration, my parents paid for our trip to Hawaii to celebrate because we grew up in Okinawa, Japan. So we were always going through Hawaii or, the island life. Who can afford to go to Okinawa every year? My parents were military. They could fly a hop and wait days and days at the airport for one for free. That's the benefit of retire. It was one of the benefits of retiring in the Air Force. So they used it all the time. So we went to Hawaii to celebrate. That was my dad's way of saying celebrate, that my sister graduated college and joined the Air Force. And I was telling my friend just today, or last night, I said, when you go to Hawaii now, that buffet's gone. We did parrots on our arms for a photograph. That parrot guy's not there no more. He doesn't set up there. People don't go there. That store's not there anymore. This little cute place, not there anymore. Little places, little stores. So if you don't chip in, contribute, donate, me or anyone else, we can't survive if you're just doing it for free all the time. So even if you do $1 and you don't have a lot of money, even if you do $1, that dollar helps then and someone else's dollar helps later. It all puts together. And nowadays, check it out. You can actually donate on the videos. YouTube made that happen. Right on the video, you can say, thanks, $1. You can do that now. Thanks, $100. But I'm not saying all that. I'm not trying to go there. But I'm getting carried away to explain it. But isn't that cool? It's super cool. So make sure you take care of your locals. I went to a local pool store yesterday to try to find some local stuff. Yes, they were quadruple what it's found online, and I thought that's crazy. And it was such a big pool store locally that they had. And when I left, I did math. I was like, they had about 7 or 8 maintenance servicing trucks. That's a lot of income. And I was like, so then why do they have to charge for the net? The net on Amazon is $11. I've had a couple, I bought some locally a couple years ago too. Their nets were like $30. And I was like, you want to support local, but you really make it hard if you do that. And I told them too, I said, I'm here to support local and see what you got so I can see if I can afford it. I'm not even going to buy a net. I'm going to use my screen on my window. Okay, I'm about to say goodbye. John is here, and we've been talking about him a lot. John, welcome. I hope you know this video is for you to watch later if you can't sleep. And those of you guys who can't sleep, I hope that you know this video is out here for you too. We love you, John, and our community is coming together for you. We pray for you and your health, and we want to know more. I hope this example, if you get to the part, if you watch it all the way through later, you get to the parts where people are telling what their regrets are. And I'd love to know what your regrets are. When you said that in that text message that you had a lot of regrets. I took shower today, was thinking about it a lot, doing my system with the dogs, and I kept thinking, what does he regret? And I was like, I need you to put it out there so we know what someone could feel like when they regret things and what those things look like. Why? Because I know that time, we are counting it now. Until we get more results on your side, we are counting it as if it could be now. And because of that, we need to know. I want to know what you regret. And that way someone else can live a little different. And you can change the way you live now. And maybe those regrets will make you stronger so that you can live through no more regrets until the end of your day. Meaning you are going to really do everything you need to do from that regret moment on. Is like you have the opportunity to make some shifts. And you might not feel good doing it, but you can do it. And you will do it. You will do everything you can do and need to do. I promise you that you will do it. Okay? And we are there here lifting you up. And I said earlier, just because you think you're sick doesn't mean it's real. There are a lot of things that look like something else that are not that at all. That's a good example. If you went to the ER and you thought you had this, then it wasn't, write it in the live chat later. Write it in the live chat. I'm about to close up shop, so write it in the live chat, or if you're not here for the live, comment down below. If there's something you went in for and you thought you had this XYZ and you didn't, write it down, because we can panic and it might be wrong. And if you panic and it's right, this is what I thought to myself today. I'm waiting on a mammogram result. They just called and said this and that, this and that. You needed this and that, this and that. We need to come in, blah, 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 all this crap. And then it didn't call me back. I'm like, tell me some results. Can't do it, HIPAA. Okay, whatever, dude. It didn't just happen last night. And I'm dying every day anyway. I'm getting older every day. You and I both know our bodies get old. My friend's like, you look great. No, I don't. This is after shower hair. I don't care. Look at me now. When I look sexy, look at me later. Don't be funny. So I lost my train of thought. We got all these circles here happening. I'm gonna reply some people here. Oh, going to Japan in 2025. Heck yeah. Going to Japan. I love Japan. Love it. I grew up there. I love their culture. Wish we could respect culture here in the U.S. I think we would have less violence. Dano says, my regret is being deployed when losing family. Was close to all of them and didn't find out weeks or month later, but was back in snail mail days still. Oh gosh, that's out of your control. You know, that's out of your control. You were dedicated. Your life was, when you sign the dotted line, you give every piece of your mind and body to the military. And a lot of people don't understand that. Doug says, I would regret that I worked all the time and missed a lot. Here we go. You're alive to make these changes. You're alive to make these shifts. Let's do it. You can shift now. Hey, I need you to do this work. As long as I can make my bills, I'm going to say no, but I can put you out till November, get you half deposit. If you can do half deposit, I can put you down in November. That gives you money now to live today, pay your bills today, but not all of the money. So you need to do the job in November. But I'm going to spend my time every Friday, Saturday, Sunday now is with my family. I got to do this for myself. I've been given too many examples of death knocking on our doors that right now, if I go tomorrow and I'm not able to do XYZ, I'm not going to regret it. Brownie, you're cleaning yourself while I'm talking to my fans, man. I can hear everything you're doing. Quit licking your feet and licking. I don't know what you're doing over here, but look at that look. His ears all hanging up. Like, how you dare you talk to me like that? Oh, let me get you out of that. Ooh, please, you're still young. Oh, whatever, Doug. HIPAA is for patient and doctor. If you are the patient, it shouldn't apply. No, you need to show up here and sign a release statement for us to give the release to you. The release of your information. You still need to physically come out here, drive in traffic for 2 hours, and sign this document so we can give you some results. Give myself a concussion. Ooh, Dana was stationed in Misawa, Japan for 3 years. Grew up in Okinawa, Kadena. 13 years of my life off and on as I was in my younger years. And went to school there, stuff like that. And that's exactly what I was, this bowl. And so my sister stationed in Yokota, Tokyo. And I got to go there, go skiing in Tokyo. Oh, I do not regret it. I do not regret it. Dog. Oh. Jonathan says, it was all around a broken home, dysfunctional family. Mom didn't talk to me for 25 years, worked too much. Oh. The regrets, okay. Take the ride. I was what? Drop my man. You made me drop my pen and scare Brownie. Now he left. I was like, take the ride. Hey, take the ride. Missed you. We about to close up shop here. What do you regret? And it might be true, but you believe it or you're hearing it and you're worried. What would you regret about your life? That's what we're talking about right now. Take the ride, but they'll if you sign in online into my chart. I just been hacked. That's why they're like, I said, get on FaceTime. I know you. I just was in your office. Like, get on FaceTime, man. I'm going to repeat this and then I'm going to let y'all go. Jonathan says he regrets, right? It was all around, regrets were all around a broken home, dysfunctional family. Mom didn't talk to me for 25 years and I worked too much. Jonathan, I'm so sorry you're going through this. He's been told he has colon cancer. We are praying for him. Anyone else in here, we pray for you too. You are a part of my life and I wanted to come back tonight. This is serious stuff. Okay, I keep cutting out, which means it's not my internet because my Wi-Fi is not on right now here. I can see my internet's not working still, but it could be just something else or your location or you moving around or I'm moving around. But if I'm cutting, I regret, take the ride says, I regret not standing up to my parents when they forced to have an abortion. I'm so sorry. And thank you for sharing such powerful things. If you can see here some of the regrets, you can see our transparency in the community. The things that we have all been through, some of y'all sharing, it's very touching and very private. I can understand all of it because I too have gone through it. Dysfunctional family, toxic, mom ignoring me ignoring her for safety, me not talking to my mom actually not talking to me unless I did what she wanted me to do, including everything, whatever it was. That might be something she would have done. And me letting it get me letting her dictate how often I got to see her. Now I know you, okay, hear me out. A mom is a mom, dad is a dad, a sister is a sister, a brother is a brother. These are your family members. God put these people in your life as family in this lifetime. You cannot change that in this lifetime. Friend is friend, fan is fan, mom and dad are mom and dad, daughter, child, all that, that's your family. You don't disconnect from them. You are connected to them. Now, hear me out. Oh, so my dad, not my dad, but example, my dad molested me. I got to hang out with him. No. But you were connected to this person as his child. And you have to handle it how you want to handle it. For me, if I said I would regret something, it would be in that dysfunctional family, in those arguments, in those times where I was being ignored, I could have done better. I could have done better. And I did really good. If you knew me then, which some friends have, they would say you did everything. Like, you should not be regretting it. But I do. And naturally, as a human, we will. We will regret some things. So, try to live without regrets. It's hard. You're going to have to think it through. You're going to have to say, I can do this and I can't. And you make that choice, not someone else. And just like take the ride, whether it's having an abortion or your daily life, say it good and the bad. Don't let someone control you, but you control yourself and do what you can do with your life without regrets at the best of your ability. Yeah, you and me are different. I can handle this and I can't handle that. You can handle this and you can't handle that. Each person to their own has to decide what they can handle and how they live it. I could not handle more than what I could handle at that time with my mom. I could not handle more than what I did, and I handled a lot with David. I could not handle more with this and this and this. And this other stuff was out of my control. I can't do nothing about it. But you can regret that you stayed home too much. You can regret that you didn't get a job when you could have and met new friends and had a life. You could have regret that you didn't go see the beach. Something you really wanted to do, you didn't do. Kat, K-A-T, up in Minnesota. She got married really late in life, really late in life, and invited me to go during COVID. I didn't go. I don't regret not going. I did not want to get sick, and I would not know if I could get sick, but I regret not making a better effort to be more of a part of her life now. We talk a little bit. She calls me more than I call her, but I still call her. I pray for her. I'm still her friend. I'm there for her. I helped her sell her mom's house. Like, some of y'all have let me help you do a lot of stuff, and I'm a part of your life. But I could be better. And I lose the time working if I'm going to regret that kind of thing. She got married late in life, and she spent all of her mom's house, right, money, when she sold her mom's house when her mom passed away, on getting married and bringing her closest friends, paying for their trips to be there, and she got married in Maui. Is she going to regret doing that? No. She's now going through some stuff. I don't know if I can say it. Kat, you would have to let me know if you want me to be able to say it. Some dangerous stuff, and that I know all too well. Pop your shoulder like this. Boom. Pop, like, bring it in. That's how you pop your shoulder right there. I could feel it pinching back here. I thought I was going to let y'all go, but someone showed up. John showed up. So did Take the Ride. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Take the Ride, for sharing. But what I'm trying to remind you is, what does that look like? Don't live in regret. And I'm hoping to tell you how through John. Thank you, John, for letting me share your life. Thank you for letting me share your medical stuff. Thank you, John, for being here in the live chat right now. And thank you for letting us know what your regrets are, all of you. And thank you for reminding us that we have regrets when we get some news as such as you have gotten. Thank you for sharing. Please don't live in regret. And this is a great reminder from someone we have spoken to a lot on my live chat. This is a great reminder that what would you regret? I regret I didn't do more for XYZ. I regret that I wasn't there more. I regret I didn't show more. I regret I didn't show up more. I regret that I didn't buy all those things. I could have. I was frugal. I didn't spend any money. Now I have $1 million in the bank and I'm dying. I regret that I could have done this more. I regret I didn't go there. I regret that I didn't make that happen when I was XYZ. I regret that I didn't say I love you enough. I regret that I finish the sentence for yourself. I regret that he hated me, but I still could have been there and I wasn't. I regret that I didn't give that last kiss. I regret that when I walked away, I was yelling. I regret that I couldn't control myself. I regret that I said things I didn't mean. I regret that I was too controlling to XYZ. I regret that I didn't rescue enough dogs. I regret that I'm laying here now, and I regret that I spent all my money on this. I regret that I didn't tell my person I love them all the time, or I didn't care what the reaction was. I regret that I just didn't let go of the hate. I regret that I was a hateful person. I regret that I could go on and on and on of what you could be laying there feeling like. I'm vomiting now, right, John? I'm vomiting now. I can't sleep now. I can't eat now. My body is shutting down. I regret. Lord Jesus, we ask you to come into our lives, and thank you for my baby community here, always hanging out with me. Every time we go live, I just told Doug tonight, every time we go live, there's a set core, and there's some that just go in and out that are always here in the long run. Y'all are always here, no matter what, you're here. But some of y'all come in and out of the lives, not in a good way, not in a bad way, but some of y'all come out. Lord Jesus, thank you for bringing them all here together. A place to talk, a place to reflect, a place to talk about some sad stuff. Take the Ride doesn't even talk about it with family. And she's talking about it with our YouTube community family. I can't thank you enough for this. And if they lose me, let them through the comment section try to find each other outside of this. If they lose me at any time, let them continue to connect and not disconnect. Let them the familiar names, which by the way, people can open up fake names, but the familiar names, maybe this is a good time to figure out who you are and start connecting now. In case something happened to Dede, let this community thrive and still connect. Thank you for our touch of lives with John, us being there to support him and lift him up, with Johanna, with Pookie Puppy, with anybody here suffering with MS. Let us lift you all up. Everybody is suffering something, God. We ask you to minimize that, minimize. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't laugh at me. Y'all, we ask God to minimize those things, not suffer. Don't suffer. We're seeing someone suffer is so hard. Help us live longer. Help John live longer. Amen. Thanks for being here. I can't say thank you enough. As usual, love you guys. Friday night, baby, in my pajamas, bringing this to you. And I can't thank you enough. And I'm about to go after I read this last bit of messages. Was Intel, which is intelligence. Imagine not being able to talk to anyone about your real life without lying, but not most of the time. That's crazy. I can imagine. There's a lady on here that orders from me. Robin C. It's her fake name, and she's a judge. And I'm sure she has to lie. She has a fake name. It is what it is. Robin, are you retired now? Anyway. Take the Ride says the best you can do is share with someone that might be in your circumstances so that maybe they don't make the same choice. I've been help a young girls not to go through what I did. I'm so glad. There's a women's pregnancy community center, and I was like, I should go volunteer there. Maybe I'll find a babysitter for my dogs. I don't tell people what I said on here, not people that know me. Wow. So we want to know you more. And we want you to feel safe, and I think you do, which is why you shared. But that's a shame that we can't be there for you, holding your hand if something were to go down. You're going to be surrounded by family you can't even talk to. Let's make some changes. Hey, kiddo, go get your rest. I am right now. Good night. I've been here listening. Prayers to YHWH for John's complete healing. Paula, amen. Please give the animals a hug and a kiss from us. Miss Faith is not doing well, and we will need to go live with her in my arms before that day where she cannot see me anymore, and that's coming soon. So in the next couple days with one of our lives, we'll bring Faith on and let her and I and you hang out. Faith is not doing well at all. Just making sure she's not standing there waiting for me. Love you all. Have a great weekend. I will see you tomorrow. We need more faith. Yes, we do. MP, my internet is not working, so I cannot game, which is why as I'm not gaming, I have time to give to YouTube at night tonight. John, we pray for you, and I hope you do not suffer through the night. I need you to get nausea medicine and Spirit Angel. Did I write you down here? You've been quiet. Hi, Spirit Angel. Good night. I would like you to look into nausea medicine. And I want to say it's a Walmart thing. I want to say it might not even be like a prescribed thing. If I can get nausea medicine for the dogs, I think you can get it over the counter. Have your wife go find some nausea medicine, at least until you see the doctor. It's like motion sickness, nausea medicine. Shoot, just tell them you're going on a cruise. I mean, try something. If you can get nausea medicine, maybe that will make you not feel dizzy. I also told a friend the other day, I don't know if she'll let me say it out loud, but she was in the live chat this morning. I told her if she thinks she has cancer at all, which is what I will do too, is I sell frankincense essential oil, and I may have given you a frankincense bottle, or maybe you bought one for me. They're $100. But Google frankincense, and the real frankincense oil, not a knockoff, meaning not something that's chemically made, but a real frankincense has been proven. When you drop a drop here on cancer, they said they had a study, and it was like it killed it. So I would say which is I'm here, I didn't get any news, but if I'm worried, I better get that frankincense. I put some on my hand, rub it on the bottom of my feet, wear socks, go to sleep. Your feet is the most absorbing area of your body. The next thing I would do is frankincense in my belly button or on the site of the accident, of the site of where you think it's going to be. So if you think it's in your colon, I would get it in my diet. I would get frankincense in my diet, or I would put it in my belly button. So it would access, like it would absorb through my skin. If you don't have frankincense, John, I don't mind sending you some if you let me know that you will actually use it. If you actually have a $100 bottle plus shipping and handling in your hand, would you use it? If you don't want to use it, I don't want to send it. It's really expensive. But if you would use it, I will send you some. Let me know by text message. And also, thank you everyone for being here. I love you all so much. You mean a lot to me. Dramamine, what is the live time? When is the live tomorrow? I don't know. Let's try to say, I need to check my schedule, which I can't do right now, but I will try to bring it 10 a.m.-ish. I'm going to put 10 a.m.-ish. 10 a.m.-ish. Yeah, let's try 10 a.m.-ish Central Standard Time tomorrow. It's a date. Dramamine. I'm going to write this down. Dramamine. Hey, you guys want to start writing notes too? Get a notebook and keep up with me. This might be something that you might need to look back at later. Remember when we talked about that stuff? You might flip over here and go, what did she say they took? They have several combos. Okay, Dramamine. Get yourself some Dramamine. Good night. Good night. We do need more faith. Love you. Good night. Sweet dreams. We'll see you tomorrow. And lift each other up. Lift up. Lift each other up. Up, 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 up. Don't bring someone down. Lift them up. Love you. Good night. Thanks for the likes and the shares, and we'll see you later. Bye. Can't game tonight, MP. I'll let you know when we got live internet.